Imagine waking up one morning with a strange tightness in your chest, a feeling you try to brush off as just another part of getting older. You tell yourself it's probably nothing, maybe just the coffee you had yesterday or the way you slept on your left side. But deep down, there is that tiny voice that whispers something darker, something that makes your stomach drop just a little. What if it is not nothing? What if your body has been sending you signs for months, even years, and you have been too busy, too tired, or too scared to really listen? This is the quiet fear that millions of seniors carry with them every single day. The fear that their own blood, the very river of life inside them, might be slowly turning into a danger zone. You see, the truth about aging is not just about wrinkles or aching knees. The real battle is happening where you cannot see it. Deep inside your arteries, those delicate tunnels that carry oxygen and life to your heart and brain. And for most people, those tunnels have been narrowing for decades, silently, secretly, like a river slowly filling up with rust and debris. But here is the question that could change everything. What if one single fruit, something so ordinary you probably walked right past it at the grocery store yesterday, could actually scrub those walls clean? What if nature already hid the strongest artery cleaner in plain sight, and no one ever told you? Let me take you back to a story that still gives me chills every time I think about it. A few years ago, a woman named Eleanor came to see Dr. Victor Lang in a state of quiet desperation. She was 72 years old, a retired schoolteacher who had spent her life taking care of everyone else, her students, her husband, her grandchildren. But she had forgotten to take care of herself. Her doctor had just told her that her arteries were over 40% blocked, and that if she did not make drastic changes, she was looking at a heart attack or a stroke within the next 2 to 3 years. Eleanor sat in that cold examination room and felt her whole world collapse. She thought about her granddaughter's upcoming wedding, the little garden she had been planning to plant, the morning she still wanted to watch the sunrise with her husband, and then she did something that most people never do. She refused to accept that ending. She asked Dr. Lang a simple question that would change her life forever. What can I eat to fix this? Not another prescription, not another surgery, but real food that my grandmother would have recognized. And that is when the conversation turned to something so unexpected that Eleanor almost laughed. A fruit. Not some exotic berry from the Amazon rainforest, not a rare seed you have to order from halfway across the world. Just a fruit that has been sitting in produce aisles for decades, completely ignored by people chasing the next superfood trend. But here is what most people do not understand. The most powerful medicines are often the quietest ones. They do not come with flashy marketing campaigns or celebrity endorsements. They just work silently, steadily, while the rest of the world is looking somewhere else. So what is this mysterious fruit? Before I tell you, I need you to really feel the weight of why this matters. Every single year, over 800,000 Americans have a heart attack. That is one person every 40 seconds. And here's the heartbreaking part. So many of those heart attacks could have been prevented with small, consistent choices made years earlier. Your arteries are not like pipes in your basement that you can just replace when they get clogged. Once damage is done, reversing it takes real effort. But here's the good news that most doctors will never have time to tell you. Your body wants to heal. It is designed to repair itself if you give it the right tools. And nature, in its infinite wisdom, packed one of the most powerful healing tools into a fruit that you have probably ignored your entire life. I am talking about the pomegranate. Yes, that tough, leathery-skinned fruit that seems like too much work to open. The one that stains your fingers red and makes a mess in your kitchen. That very same fruit is quietly being called the single most effective natural artery cleaner in the world. And before you roll your eyes and think this is just another health fad, let me show you what the science actually says, because what researchers have discovered will absolutely stun you. Let me pause right here and ask you something personal. Have you ever felt that little pinch in your chest after climbing stairs? Have you ever felt more tired than you should, or noticed that your legs feel heavy when you walk? If any of that sounds familiar, do me a favor right now. Hit that like button so this video can reach more people who need to hear this truth. And if you are not subscribed to this channel yet, please go ahead and click subscribe right now. Because the information I'm about to share with you could literally add years to your life, but only if you actually hear it and act on it. Dr. Victor Lang has spent decades studying how simple foods can reverse what modern medicine often tries to fix with expensive procedures. And what he has found about pomegranates will change the way you see fruit forever. So stay with me, because the next few minutes might be the most important health information you ever receive. Here is what happens inside your body when you eat the wrong foods. Inflammatory molecules start attacking the walls of your arteries, creating tiny cracks and damages. Your body, trying to be helpful, sends cholesterol to patch up those cracks like a temporary bandage. But over time, those patches build up, harden, and turn into plaque. That plaque narrows your arteries, restricts blood flow, and creates a ticking time bomb inside your chest. One day, that plaque can rupture, a blood clot forms, and suddenly you are in the back of an ambulance fighting for your life. It is a terrifying process, but here is where pomegranates come in like a silent superhero. Pomegranates contain a unique group of antioxidants called punicalagins, and these compounds are so powerful that they have been shown in multiple clinical studies to reduce the formation of arterial plaque by over 40%. 40%. Think about that number for a moment. Almost half of the dangerous buildup inside your arteries could be prevented or even reversed by a single fruit. But it gets even better. Punicalagins have another superpower. They increase the production of an enzyme called paraoxinase, which actually helps strip existing plaque off your artery walls. It is like sending a cleaning crew into those narrow tunnels to scrub away the rust and grime that has been building up for years. I know this sounds like magic, but it is not. It is biochemistry. It is nature working exactly the way it was designed to work. In one landmark study published in the American Journal of Cardiology, researchers found that drinking just 2 ounces of pomegranate juice daily for 1 year reduced arterial plaque by 30% and improved blood flow to the heart by over 17%. Let me repeat that. 1 year. 1 fruit. Measurable reversal of heart disease. No surgical scars, no recovery time, no expensive hospital bills. Just the quiet, consistent power of eating what your body has been craving all along. Eleanor, the retired school teacher I mentioned earlier, started drinking pomegranate juice every single morning. She also began eating the actual seeds, which are called arils, tossing them into her oatmeal, her salads, even her yogurt. And within 6 months, her follow-up tests showed something that made her cardiologist actually sit down in disbelief. Her arterial blockage had dropped from 40% to just 22%. Her blood pressure had normalized. Her cholesterol numbers looked like someone 20 years younger. And the chest tightness that had been scaring her for years? Completely gone. But here is where most people get it wrong. They run to the store, grab a bottle of pomegranate juice off the shelf, and think they are done. And that breaks my heart, because most of those juices are nothing more than sugar water with a tiny splash of real pomegranate. The fruit's healing power comes from the whole fruit, the seeds, the white membrane. Even the bitter peel contains valuable compounds. You need the fiber, the polyphenols, and the living chemistry that only exist when you eat the fruit in its natural form. And here is another secret that Dr. Victor Lang shares with his patients. The way you eat pomegranate matters almost as much as eating it in the first place. You want to chew the seeds thoroughly because crushing them releases those precious punicalagins. You want to eat them with a small amount of healthy fat, like a few walnuts or a drizzle of olive oil, because those antioxidants are fat-soluble and your body absorbs them much better when fat is present. And you want to be consistent. 1 pomegranate here and there will not save your heart. But half a pomegranate every single day? That is where the miracle happens. Think about the world we live in. Every commercial break tells you about a new purple pill or a red injection that will fix all your problems. But those solutions come with side effects, with fine print, with risks that no one talks about. Muscle pain, memory loss, liver damage. The list goes on and on. Meanwhile, nature has been offering a solution with 0 side effects for thousands of years. Pomegranates appear in ancient texts from Persia to Egypt to Greece. The Babylonians believed eating pomegranates before battle gave warriors invincibility. And in a way, they were not wrong. Because a clean artery, A strong heart. That is a form of invincibility. It is the difference between being an old person who is afraid to climb stairs and a senior who still dances at family weddings. It is the difference between watching your grandchildren from a hospital bed and actually playing catch with them in the backyard. I want you to really sit with that image for a moment. Imagine waking up 5 years from now, still strong, still active, still fully present in your own life. Imagine feeling your heart beat steadily in your chest without fear. Imagine knowing that you took control when so many other people just gave up and accepted decline as inevitable. That is what is on the line here. That is why this information matters so much. You have been lied to by an industry that profits from your sickness. They do not want you to know that a $3 fruit from the grocery store can do what their $1,000 medications only dream of accomplishing. They do not want you to know that your body was designed to heal itself if you just give it the right raw materials. But now you know. And knowing means you have a choice. You can keep doing what you have always done, eating the same processed foods, ignoring the same warning signs, hoping that modern medicine will save you at the last minute. Or you can start today, right now, with one small change that could ripple through the rest of your life. Go to the store. Buy a pomegranate. Do not be intimidated by that tough outer skin. Cut it in half, hold it over a bowl of water, and gently tap the back with a wooden spoon. The seeds will fall right out, sinking to the bottom while the white membrane floats to the top. Then take those beautiful ruby red jewels, look at them in your hand, and realize that you are holding something precious. You are holding a second chance. You are holding the key to arteries that flow clean and free. You are holding years of life that you thought maybe you had already lost, and then eat them. Chew slowly. Feel the burst of sweetness and the slight crunch, and know that with every single seed, you are scrubbing away another tiny piece of the plaque that has been building up for decades. This is not about perfection. It is about progress. It is about showing up for yourself every single day, not out of fear, but out of love. Because you deserve to grow old with strength. You deserve to keep your independence. You deserve to watch the sun rise on another morning without pain or worry. Before I let you go, I want to hear from you. Have you ever tried pomegranates? Do you have your own story about heart health or natural remedies that have worked for you? Please scroll down right now and share your experience in the comments. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. And if you know someone, a parent, a grandparent, a friend, who is living in fear of their own heart, do not keep this information to yourself. Share this video with them right now. Send it in a text message. Post it on your social media, because the person you share this with could be the person who finally decides to take action, who finally chooses life over convenience, who finally wakes up and realizes that it is not too late. Not yet. As long as your heart is still beating, as long as you are still breathing, there is time to change direction. There is time to scrub those arteries clean. There is time to write a different ending to your story, so do not wait for a crisis. Do not wait for that tightness in your chest to turn into something you cannot come back from. Start today. Start with one fruit, and let your own miracle begin.